Hey, are we live? I think so. Hi. Happy Wednesday. How's everyone doing? I am so happy to be here with you today. We are on a very beautiful, nice day here in New York City. It's nice and sunny, and it's like the perfect weather. I love the spring. This is like my favorite time of the year because we get to just, take a breath and enjoy the weather, enjoy the nature. I love nature, and I love how we can be able to have the the flowers blooming in this time of the year. Of course, I get freaking good and bad drinking allergy pills every day. But if you're here watching today's training, please send me a comment and say hi. Tell me where you're at and where you're coming from, and how's the weather like where you're at. Are you in the East Coast, West Coast? Are you in an Iceland? Are you enjoying this beautiful weather today? Um, Sorry, that is a call. And if you are um here today, if you're watching the replay, send me a hashtag replay and let me know that you stopped by and you watched today's training. Okay, so today we're talking about the 3 steps to hitting your goals this year. Even if you have did everything in the past to accomplish your goals and you weren't able to accomplish, I'm going to tell you my own personal story around my own goals and what I'm doing differently, and what are these 3 steps that I'm taking to be able to really hit my goals this year. Okay, so if you don't know me, my name is Janet Soriano. I am a web designer and also a business coach, and I help. Let me just fix this a little bit. Okay, I help online business entrepreneurs and six-figure business coaches be able to get support, training, expertise, and be able to showcase themselves as credible experts in their field so they can be able to grow and scale their business to 6 figures. I do these live trainings usually on my Facebook group here at the Six Figures Coaches, Consultants, and Course Creators Club. But if you're watching from Instagram or from YouTube, because I do repurpose these videos, please come join us in the Facebook group where we go live every Wednesday, and you can have notifications there and join the conversations as well. Um, with that said, I am so happy to be here with you, and I'm so thankful for you being able to watch today's training. Today's training is really much about the fact that the other day I was sitting down on, it was like on the weekend, it was this lovely weather, and I just sat down to rethink around my goals that I had from the beginning of the year. And what I thought is that I had these 3 main goals for the past 3 years, and I'm gonna share with you what these goals are. But before, sometimes how we think, we set goals at the beginning of the year, right? And we have so much pressure around those goals at the beginning of the year to, this time around I'm gonna accomplish these goals, and I'm gonna crush them, and I'm gonna make things happen. And at the beginning of the year, the New Year's new resolutions, like that's the type of vibe that it's in January, late December, right? And everybody's setting their goals, everybody's like preparing for themselves for success. But what we don't realize is that we have so much pressure in that time to come up with a big plan of the things that we want to do for the rest of the year. And then those so-called expectations never come to be accomplished, right? So we don't really accomplish those goals. And then years go by, and you start and you do it again, and the New Year's resolution comes again, and you didn't hit those goals last year that you wanted, but you set them again with the intention that this time around you will definitely hit those goals, right? And then you start working towards those goals. You start taking action towards those goals. But in the middle of like May, like this time around March or even February, you're just like not putting 100% in. You don't see the results of the actions with everybody. And you're not alone if you're in this, right? So what I wanted to say is that I had these same goals that I'm about to share with you for the past 3 years, and I have not been able to hit these goals, right? Of course, I've been able to do like small milestones, and I am so grateful around like the things that I've been able to accomplish in the past 3 years, in my business, in my life, and the things that I want. But I haven't been able to like fully, cross these things off my list and say, hey, I was able to accomplish that goal, right? And one of those goals is to actually lose 50 pounds. I've been wanting to lose 50 pounds for the past 3 years, and I have just gained the weight instead of losing the weight, right? And then I have another goal of hitting 100K in my business this year. I had this goal for the past 3 years, but haven't been able to hit it as well. Of course, I have been getting clients consistently in my business, and the business is growing momentarily, but I don't see myself crossing that goal yet off my list. And then leaving my full time job. I'm still on my full time job, although right now I'm in the transition to another part time job. I still want to be able to leave the corporate environment for good. But I haven't been able to cross that off my list, right? So maybe you're like me and you haven't been able to cross things off your list, and it's been a hell of a ride for you to like be able to get things done, accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. But it's still early in the year. It's still there's still time to be able to accomplish these goals, but you don't know what are the things that you need to be doing differently to be able to accomplish these goals. So this is why I wanted to get here on this training today and actually share with you what I am doing different. Doesn't mean that you have to like do it to accomplish your goals. If you're see yourself that you're going on track to accomplishing those goals this year that you set up for yourself in the beginning, then by no means keep going and just move yourself up. But I'm the type of woman that I had these goals for 3 years, but I haven't given up on them, right? So if you're like me and you haven't given up on your goals, but you have hit a moment where you're doubtful around hitting these goals, where you feel like, who am I kidding? I can't lose this weight. Who am I kidding? It's hard for me to hit 100K in my business. How can I leave my full time job if I'm not making, the money that I want to be making in my business yet? Like it's very hard to like stay in that state and be able to like move forward and actually accomplish those goals if you're in that state. So the first thing that you really got to know is that you're not alone. A lot of other people go through this. I'm going through this right now. So it's like everybody has fears, everybody has doubts. But instead of you going, instead of like letting that fear kick in and not really going 100% on your goals, let's see what we can do differently to be able to accomplish those goals this year, right? And be able to like make those things happen that we said that we were going to happen. So if you have been feeling demotivated a little bit around your goals, if you feel like you need a little bit more of like inspiration, motivation, today is a day to like take action on these things that you're learning and be able to like move your momentum even from much faster, so you can be able to accomplish those goals at the end of the year, right? And here's what I'm actually doing on a daily basis, right? And this doesn't have to take like an hour. It doesn't have to be like an hour long process. This could be like 10-15 minutes of your day before you start your day. And this is the very thing that I'm doing, which is I know that the most specific thing that can stop me of my goal is like my mindset and how I'm thinking around my goal. So what I'm really doing is I'm doing these three things. I'm doing number one, I'm doing a daily goal check-in, right? So I'm not just writing down the goal that I have each day, I'm writing down why, right? So I'm doing a check-in of why um, I want this. I want to accomplish these goals. Why do I want to make this happen? Why do I want to lose the weight? Why do I want to hit 100K in my business? Why do I want to leave my full-time job, right? And each day I remind myself of my true desires. So instead of thinking, oh, this is just a goal that I'm going to be able to accomplish and I'm going to feel good after I accomplish a goal, I try to feel good before I accomplish the goals by going deep into my desires of what I truly want and what I truly see when and how I'm gonna truly feel when I accomplish those goals. So I remind myself my true desires and the big vision for accomplishing those goals. So that's number one. Number two is anticipating some setbacks, because you cannot expect to not have setbacks. You cannot expect that, all right, you're going to set a goal, you're going to take action on it. And then there's days that you're going to feel like you don't want to do the things that you want to do. You don't want to eat the healthy meal. You don't want to exercise. You don't want to take the action to like talk to people, to be visible on your business, right? So we really got to anticipate like those setbacks. And it's around writing those setbacks as a list in anticipation, right? So anticipating setbacks just means like, what are the things that could go wrong that can stop you from taking the action that you need to take to accomplish that goal? For example, for me, losing 50 pounds, one of the things that can really, really um, set me back from accomplishing those goals is like feeling that I don't have time to work out in the mornings, or that I don't have time to, meal prep, because I have so much things that I'm doing. And it's true. I have a business that I'm running. I have a full-time job. I have a baby that I got to take care of. I have other responsibilities at home and things that I got to take care of, taking care of my finances, right? So there's a lot in my plate, and it could be very, very true and real when I make the excuse of, oh, I don't have time, right? And in that moment, I probably don't have time, right? And it's true, right? And that is something that can set me back, because once I feel that I don't have time to work out, I'm not going to work out. So I'm not going to take the action that I need to get the results that I want of losing those 50 pounds, even if I desire so much and I know the reason why I want to do it, right? So if I anticipate that setback of writing down what is a thing that's going to hold me back from taking that action, then I know what I need to do to be able to, confront that setback at the beginning, right? So for example, the setback is I don't feel like I have enough time to work out, right? Then my action instead would be like, okay, so let's see how I can actually be able to see where I do have time in my schedule to schedule 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15 minutes a day on working out and taking action towards that goal. So now I'm like, I know that I have 10, 15 minutes a day to just really dedicate to just a full workout. And it doesn't have to be a long hour. Just those small steps can really, really make a difference and like really help me feel empowered towards accomplishing that goal, right? But I couldn't do that if I felt like at the time I just didn't have time to do it, because it wasn't it's been something that's been setting me back from the past, right? But if I'm not doing this differently, then I won't see the different results, right? And then number three is that I'm celebrating every time I'm working out 15 minutes a day. Every time I'm like, taking the action towards my goal, I am celebrating. And I had made a list of 25 things that I can do to celebrate after taking action on the goal. Not after I've completed the goal. For example, I'm not going to celebrate after I have lost the 50 pounds. I'm actually going to celebrate before I lose the 50 pounds, because I took the action to lose the 50 pounds. So those are the three things that I'm doing, which is daily goal check-ins of why I want this goal, right? And then anticipating some setbacks, and what are the actions that I'm going to be taking differently. And then number three is celebrating, like feeling good around just taking that small step that's going to take you to that long term result that you want, right? So the harder part for me was finding a way to celebrate, and that's why I created a list of 25 ways you can celebrate after taking action on your goal. And I am going to actually post the link so you can download that resource for free, and you could get a list of the things that you can do to celebrate on just taking action on one daily goal. So this is things that you can do daily on a daily basis to celebrate and feel good around accomplishing and taking action on your goal. So with that said, my question to you today is, what is one thing that you want to accomplish? It's gonna be one or more than one thing. Let's check in on your goals, right? We're in May. Oh, no, we're in April. Sorry. We're in April and we're about to go into May, right? Like almost in the middle of the year. And we got to like really check in into our desires, into what we are here to accomplish. You still have time to make things happen this year. So I really want you, like, if you haven't felt motivated around accomplishing your goals, if you feel like you're not on track or accomplish your goals, let's do something different so things can be able to see difference. And at the end of the year, you can be able to say, shit, I finally accomplished my goals, even if it took me 3 years to accomplish it, right? And that feels so damn good to just say to yourself, right? And with that said, if you need support around your business, if you need support around creating your goals for your business, or like not knowing what are your next steps that you need to be taking in your business, I would love to offer you a free strategy call where we can be able to talk around, what are the next steps for you need to take to be able to accomplish that 100K in your business, right? What are the things that you need to be able to do and take action on in the next coming months so you can see the results at the end of the year, that you have been able to accomplish your goals. So thank you so much for being here. I'll catch you next Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time here in the Facebook groups for Six-Figure Coaches, Consultants, and Course Creators Club. If you are here and you want to just come to the Facebook group, let's chat, let's have conversations, let's talk more around your goals, because I do feel that the summer is a way in which we can just not just sit back on our goals, but actually move forward with much momentum and actually true desires of accomplishing our goals. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.